So, for those of you who are new to my journey, I recently finally had the last straw in a very toxic, abusive relationship. About 9 months ago, like cold turkey after a big brawl. So, I had to actually spend a little time rebuilding my self confidence. And that started with building trust in myself. And the only way that I started trusting myself was by keeping promises to myself. And if I can be completely transparent and honest with you, that didn't start until I had surgery back in June. Okay. So I did have a little breast reduction. And I did my healing at home alone. I didn't have to. I was just being stubborn. But I had a lot of time to self-reflect. And at that very point, maybe like 9 days post-op when I finally washed my butt, something clicked in my mind that prompted this change in me that said, you know what? You got to keep your promises to yourself, especially if you want others to keep their promises to you. And I know that sounds very cliche, but it's real. Now, I didn't jump off the porch and like start doing all the things on my to-do list because your girl is a little divergent. And I gotta have a system for things and how I do things. So I just started off with very small things like simply taking a walk, even when I didn't feel like it, because I knew that I wasn't strong enough to work out. I wasn't cleared to work out. I wasn't cleared to do much of anything. So I started with little walks. So I would walk a mile. I would walk 2 miles. And then I started jogging. And then I started doing leg exercises. And I would do it consistently. And I would post it. I actually named them my wildflower walk. And I wasn't going to share it, but I love flowers and I'm a wildflower. And for some odd reason, whenever I'm out in nature, no matter where I am, I run into purple wildflowers. And purple is just my favorite color. So, you know, y'all are starting to see that I'm going to ramble. But let me just draw the point back in. So I built self-confidence by building self-trust. And that started by keeping promises to myself, right? I listened to my body. Usually I overly do it, but this time, like, I rested when I needed to and I got up when I needed to. Usually I would lay in some stuff and stay in some stuff for so long, but I had no more. Like I was fed up. And with that came me also denying access, like for myself, for people that were not in alignment, for things that was not in alignment. You had to go. Like there was no more access to my home. Like I decluttered, even though I feel like I don't have a lot of crap anyway, but I got rid of stuff. I reorganized things. I cleaned things. I stopped spending money on things that was not in alignment with my priorities, i.e. not paying for a podcast studio when I have a podcast studio in my home. We got one at home. So I also started meal prepping. Like I started back cooking in the mornings before I go to work instead of spending money on food that I wasn't even going to eat or that would make me feel sick or slow my run down the following morning. Your girl was not happy with the scales, or how I look. Body dysmorphia was tearing me a new one because I was used to my boobs hanging on my stomach, and now my stomach is sitting in my lap with no boobs to cover it. Honey, it looked like I just been drinking beer forever. Like I look like one of these potbelly pig me and walking around here. And no, I'm too fine for that. So I kicked it in high gear. And as I got stronger, as I started seeing more money left in my account, after I started feeling better from the things that I was putting in my mouth, I felt better. It just instantly, not instantly, but it just boosts my confidence. So there you have it. They're not huge accomplishments, but they're promises that I done kept to myself. And for that, I am proud. And y'all, every time I keep a promise to myself, big or small, it's just one more vote for the woman that I'm becoming. What more could I ask for? And remember, y'all, growth isn't rushed. It's nurtured. So keep tending to yourself. And I'll see y'all back in the garden.